My God, I will not listen to you. Either you should not have created me or the Arabs. It is said that on the day of judgment Israel will blow the trumpet twice. On that day the trumpet was not blown, but Hulagu Khan brought the apocalypse to Baghdad. When the Mongols entered the city, they left nothing standing. Here is the greatest destruction and massacre the Islamic world has ever seen. The Mongol Siege of Baghdad. At that time, the great Mongol Empire was ruled by Mongol Khan. His younger brother Hulagu was a Mongol commander famous for his cruelty and military successes, and was loved by the army. Mongol Khan wrote a letter to his brother and asked the following of him: "You will organize a great campaign to the Middle East. In this campaign, the Laz and the Iranian regions must be destroyed. The Hashashin sect must be eliminated. The Abbasid state must be erased from the map, and the Ayyubids and Mamluks must be forced to kneel." This operation, which the Mongol emperor told his brother as if it were easy and done in one breath, would in fact end with the invasion of the lands of 5 states. In addition, Mongol Khan had one more request from his brother Hulagu. Cities and peoples who surrender without fighting were not to be harmed, but whoever resisted would not be left alive there. In line with these orders, Hulagu Khan began to gather an army. From every 10 Mongol men in the conquered lands, 2 were taken into the army. In addition, since he would carry out an attack on Muslim geography, he ordered Georgian and Armenian kingdoms and Christian principalities to send soldiers as well. With his massive army of 120,000 men, Hulagu Khan set out and first easily destroyed the Luristan Atabi Gate. Then he turned his gaze and the desire of his army toward the Hashashins, who had made a name for themselves for centuries with the assassinations they carried out. While al-Musta Castle, built on cliffs that would be impossible to capture, was being besieged, Hulagu Khan wrote a letter to the Abbasid Caliph, al-Musta Billah, who was at the head of the Abbasid state, and told the Caliph to send soldiers to declare his loyalty. The Abbasid Caliph thought this was a ruse to weaken the defense of the city of Baghdad, and preferred to send chests of gold instead of soldiers. However, what Hulagu Khan wanted was not loot, but soldiers. For this reason, the Mongol commander took his demands one step further, and ordered that all the walls surrounding the city of Baghdad be demolished, and summoned the Islamic Caliph to come to him to swear allegiance. Al-Musta Billah did not respond positively to this request either. In those years, it was not wise to anger Hulagu Khan, and Hulagu Khan must have been extremely angry, for he penned the following letter to be sent to Caliph: "When I drive my army to Baghdad in fury, even if you are in heaven or on earth, I will overthrow you. I will strike you like a lion in the air. I will leave no one alive in your kingdom. I will burn your city, your land, and you." After this letter, war had become inevitable. Hulagu Khan blew up the al-Musta Castle, which he was besieging, with explosives, and turned his direction toward Baghdad, believing that his army, which had been on campaign for a long time, was exhausted. The Mongol commander decided to set up camp in the Hamadan region for nearly a year to rest his army. This period was a great opportunity for Caliph al-Musta to prepare the city of Baghdad for a siege. However, the Caliph made no preparations. Neither were the walls strengthened, nor was military support provided to the city. Sources and correspondence show that Caliph al-Musta believed God would destroy the Mongols with his wrath. He believed that if the Mongols attacked Baghdad, God would curse them. Al-Musta Billah called for jihad, so that other Islamic states would unite under the banner of Islam against the Mongols. But no support came from any state. When the calendar showed January 22nd, 1258, the Mongol army began to appear in front of the walls of Baghdad. The massive army of 120,000 must have frightened the Abbasids so much that those close to Caliph al-Musta warned him to flee while there was still time. However, the Caliph did not leave the city, thinking that even if Hulagu Khan took the city, he would not harm him. The Mongol commander divided his army into three and completely surrounded the city. The siege began with intense catapult fire and continued with the Mongols' relentless attacks. On February 7th, the first breach was opened in the wall, and the Mongols managed to take control of the walls. The Abbasid soldiers, having lost the walls, retreated toward the city. All the people of the surrounding region, hearing that the Mongols were coming, had taken refuge in Baghdad. For this reason, the city was much more crowded than usual. This time, along with the soldiers, the people inside the city also began to resist. However, this resistance would gradually turn into a massacre. For weeks, Mongol soldiers slaughtered everyone in Baghdad without distinction: civilians, the elderly, children, and women alike. During this time, the Abbasid Caliph al-Musta Billah was hiding in the city. Appearing in order to end the massacre and surrendering to Hulagu Khan, the Caliph was still confident that he would not be harmed. But the situation would not be so. First, at Hulagu Khan's request, the Caliph called on everyone in the city to lay down their arms and surrender. Although the people obeyed this call, the massacres did not stop, and eventually it would be the Caliph's turn. Al-Musta Billah had a legendary treasury. For this reason, he was subjected to great torture so that he would reveal the location of his personal treasure. Once Hulagu Khan learned the location of the treasure, he no longer had any use of Caliph. According to the beliefs of Central Asian peoples, the blood of noble persons was not to be shed. Therefore, al-Musta Billah was wrapped in a felt carpet and laid on the ground. Then, by the order of Hulagu Khan, hundreds of Mongol horsemen rode over him, and the Caliph was crushed and killed under the hooves of the horses. Centuries-old historical buildings in the city of Baghdad were destroyed. Its walls were demolished, and on that day the light of science in the Islamic world was extinguished. The Baghdad Library, which housed the world's most valuable and rare manuscript books, was looted, and the books were thrown into the Tigris River. It is said that after the siege, the Tigris River flowed red with blood for a week, and the following week it flowed black because of the ink. Historical sources give different figures, stating that between 800,000 and 2 million people lost their lives in Baghdad.